the most innovative and perhaps forward-looking car in Toyota's entire history, looks a little bit like a dressed-up Toyota Camry, but it has the road manners of an entry-level BMW 5 Series. And it's shockingly affordable for those who take advantage of up to $9,000 in taxpayer-funded subsidies. I'm talking about, of course, the Toyota Mirai, which is a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Hi, my name is Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuide.com. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Now, you are probably wondering why I'm standing in a light industrial district in North Vancouver. There's a reason. Over there where you see ERCO Worldwide, that is the site of a future almost clean hydrogen plant that will be producing relatively green hydrogen that could power up to 30,000 hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. More on that in a minute. First, let's talk about the Mirai. Like all fuel cell vehicles, the Mirai is an electric vehicle, but this one you can fill up in 5 minutes or less. The only emissions out of the tailpipe, water vapor. This car starts at $55,000 and is available in 5 colors, has a range of up to 647 kilometers between fill-ups, and does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 9 seconds. Should you buy the Mirai? I'll have an answer to that question and more coming up. For starters, let's locate the Mirai in the broader marketplace. Toyota hopes you'll cross-shop it with the front-drive Polestar 2 Fastback EV and Tesla's Model 3. Let's debunk those comparisons right away by talking about charging stations. Natural Resources Canada says there are now more than 8,000 Level 2 and Level 3 electric charging stations in Canada, versus a tiny handful of hydrogen fuel pumps. You will find 3 public hydrogen filling stations in Greater Vancouver. The point is, you can drive a Polestar 2 or a Model 3 or any other EV. You can drive those vehicles coast to coast, but not a Mirai. The Mirai is essentially a test car, something that allows early adopters in Vancouver to one-up their Tesla neighbors. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. In British Columbia, you can get $4,000 from BC's Clean Go electric vehicle program, and up to $5,000 from the federal government. So you're looking at about $46,000 plus fees and taxes for the most basic Mirai fuel cell vehicle. The exterior design here is not exactly groundbreaking, but the technology under the skin certainly is. The white and dark brown interior with copper trim is pretty gorgeous. There is room for 5 in here, barely, and rear seat legroom is very tight. The seats are covered in what Toyota calls Softex upholstery. It's a kind of faux leather on seats that are reasonably comfortable, but not Volvo-like. But the craftsmanship, outstanding. All of this looks and feels expensive and durable. For the driver, there is an 8-inch color LCD digital gauge cluster with loads of information available. Over here is a 12.3-inch touchscreen media display. This display allows you to toggle to various media functions, along with climate control and navigation. The best JBL sound system has 14 speakers and 1,200 watts of ear-busting power. There is Bluetooth connectivity, also Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility. On the road, well, you have a very quiet cabin, made quieter still by the fact this is an electric vehicle. And this is a brand new rear drive powertrain, not the front drive layout of the last Mirai dating back to 2015. The front rear weight distribution here is nearly 50-50, and as you can see, this car sits very low to the ground. The Mirai feels balanced and composed, whether you're on a straight line or carving an apex. From behind the wheel, this car does not feel like a science experiment or an engineering testbed. But it does not feel as lively as a battery electric car either. Getting electricity out of a fuel cell stack takes a little bit longer than getting it out of a battery. So acceleration responses are slower. In this case, more like a four-cylinder Camry. Don't get me wrong, this car has a very futuristic powertrain. The heart of it all is a fuel cell stack that combines compressed hydrogen gas from a tank with oxygen from the atmosphere. The chemical reaction creates electricity to power the Mirai. Toyota and others from Hyundai to Daimler talk about hydrogen being the clean energy carrier of the future. Right now, Clean Energy Canada notes that 99% of the world's hydrogen is produced from fossil fuels. But let's not despair, because what you're looking at there is an important development in the quest to make clean, green hydrogen a reality. H-Tech, a self-described hydrogen solutions company, hopes to have a facility operating here in North Vancouver that could support 30,000 fuel cell cars with pretty clean hydrogen. The otherwise lost hydrogen, waste hydrogen, produced in this plant will be captured and distributed to power, well, fuel cell cars like the Toyota Mirai. Of course, nothing nasty comes out of the Mirai's tailpipe, just water vapor. But the hydrogen that produces the electrons that power this EV, that hydrogen comes from CO2 producing materials. Oops, Toyota has just moved the emissions from the tailpipe to a plant somewhere else. So, should you buy a Toyota Mirai fuel cell vehicle? Well, if you have 50 or 60 or 70 or 90 grand lying around, why not? You'll have a very technologically advanced vehicle here. And you'll have something to shut down your Tesla bragging neighbor. The Mirai is well built, a pleasure to drive, and massively innovative. I'd like it to be a success. And I'd like Toyota and other automakers to keep exploring alternative fuel technologies. But let's be clear, if you buy this car, you will not save the world from warming. Not even a little bit, at least not yet. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. We'll see you next time, and please subscribe.